Lighting is the last great bastion of inferior technology in terms of infrastructure that's electronic in this country to finally be switched over. So the Department of Energy has looked at solid state lighting and said this is where the country and where the world is going to need to go. I mean, the latest crisis in Japan, I think, underscores the fact that, you know, people look out there and say, well, we need to build more power plants, and maybe that's the case, but the much easier solution is that, and I've often used this statistic, that if the country were to switch to this lighting, which it will over the next 10 years, and it's a multi-hundred-billion-dollar switch out that's going to occur that we as an early entrant intend to take full advantage of in terms of growing this company. But if the country were to switch out to this lighting, it would alleviate the need for 14 nuclear power plants. We just never cease to be amazed at product coming out of other parts of the world where they have not thought it through. It is just stunning to see the lack of integration in their thinking to put together a packaged unit that really will do what they say it will do. And so one of the reasons why we have the interest in our product that we have from major industrials, from other cities around the country, is that the word is getting out that when our product is installed, it really will do what we say it will do. We have virtually no failures, and that's part of why we won the contract at Pittsburgh International Airport. And you go over there and you can see our lighting up. It's because they did their due diligence, and we beat out very big names. We beat out household names that I won't name in this interview, but they had their product there. And the reason why we beat them is that we have no conflict. The big names out there are still producing the fluorescent tubes that have the mercury in them and the metal halide bulbs, and it's a conflict to them because on the one hand they're saying if I produce these bulbs it still generates cash flow for me, but if I go over here and design a light that's going to save the consumer 80% and last for 10, 15, 20 years, that's taking away sales that I'm making day in and day out here. So they have no incentive whatsoever to put themselves out of business. And what we say is, well, many, many, many years ago, there were people out there, you know, creating various and sundry type of support product for their buggy that had the horse pulling it. And if there's, you know, if the automobile came along, it was going to put them out of business. Well, the fact of the matter is, you know, it created a lot of jobs, and so we think that this industry can also create many, many, many jobs. So they go to sleep, there's nothing going on after 1 o'clock, they'd like the lights to dim down, but they don't want them off.
Right.
All right, so the light, you know, program the computer, it'll automatically dim down, say after 1 o'clock, come back up to full bright at, say, 4:30 or 5 a.m. So it gives them the ability to save even more electricity. Or let's say these could be programmed in such a way that if there happens to be a crime in the neighborhood, because these are all Google Map GPS coded so that they know where every light is at, and so if there happens to be a crime in there, you could dial a number goes into the database, and someone says there's been a crime in the neighborhood, the police are trying to find the location, the nearest street light could be strobing. Well, to put it in perspective, again, it is an industry that is going to affect you and you. It's not an industry that will just affect some people. It's anywhere you have lighting, anywhere you see lighting. That's using a bulb is massively inefficient, or it's very dirty. This lighting will make it go away. The sad part about all this whole thing is that the current U.S. banking industry is just so tuned out to this type of opportunity, and so that's where, again, I think, you know, Innovation Works has just been tremendous to see the vision and to embrace the vision. And to work with us as an early entrant into this industry and to support us. And for that, we will be eternally thankful for them, because I think that type of vision is necessary. Entities like Innovation Works is critical for helping to incubate businesses like ours that can make a huge difference. And we think that, again, I don't mean to sound arrogant when I say it, but I think in 3 years, 2 years, we should be able to hold our annual meeting in a much, much bigger facility, showing that we're shipping lights worldwide, and that this is a technology that is truly proven and otherwise might not have happened had they not stepped in. We are a very small company, and there are a bunch of companies vying to get into this industry. It's going to shake itself out just like any industry does, and those who provide quality, low cost, high reliable, energy efficient solid state lighting are going to be the winners. And if there are 100 companies like us in 10 years, there's room for all of us.